Hello everybody and welcome to day 9 of my 30 days of Halloween. Now, some of these reviews have been a singular franchise, nostalgia, trivia. Well, today I wanted to do something special. Since it is day 9, and I figured I would do something a little different. So, every franchise has that bastard child they love to forget. So what I'm going to do is we are going to take a look at the Nightmare on... I already tackled Nightmare on Elm Street, so we're going to do Friday the 13th, Halloween, the Child's Play series, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Halloween. First off, let's talk about Child's Play. Child's Play was a series that was prominent from... The first one was released the year I was born, and it's a series that still goes to this day, with an upcoming TV show and an upcoming reboot coming. So, when I was to look at what is the worst in that series, I love 1, 2, and 3. Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky are great films. Now, I would have to go with Seed of Chucky. The reason I would say Seed of Chucky is I've never made it through the movie. It is that bad. It is literally... Bride of Chucky was really fucking bad. But then you take Seed of Chucky, where he has like a transgender kid, and it was more funny than anything else. It took away everything. So much so that it lay dormant for over 5 years. More than 5 years it was dormant because it was just crap. It literally took away all the ambiance that you would have from the Child's Play series. Tiffany, I've never really been a fan of Tiffany, but throwing that transgender kid in there, and then kind of, it almost seemed like they were trying to, that they neutered Chucky, and you could kind of tell a little bit in Brad Dourif's voice that he wasn't as into it as he was the other films. So I would really put Seed of Chucky on that list, and it was just crap. That's why I'm happy Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky came out, because they really just put in the right and narrow path. Now, next on the list, let's talk about Halloween. Now, this was a toss-up, because there is 3 movies in the Halloween franchise that I don't like. Just 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick all 3. Of course, there's the one everybody goes to, Season of the Witch. It's not really a Halloween movie, and I've tried to watch it on its own merits by itself, and I still did not like it. I'm not going to go too in-depth into it, because last year I reviewed Halloween 3. But the other 2, first, H2O. Now, H2O was just bad, but it's not as bad as the one I'm going to pick, because H2O has plot points that I don't agree with the continuity of the films. I was thinking about Resurrection, so I am actually, the one I'm picking is, it bypassed and was worse than Season of the Witch. It was worse than Halloween Resurrection, and it was worse than H2O. Halloween H2, the Rob Zombie sequel to his remake, because the movie made no fucking sense. There's like white horses, and Laurie is like a druggie and psychotic, and then you have Michael, who looks like a homeless hillbilly and grunts every time he kills somebody, and it's just, the movie as a whole was just It's not what Halloween is. And that's kind of why, if you look at it, we have not had another Halloween movie since H2. And the new Halloween movie is coming out this month, and I'm excited to see it. And I think H2 is an abominable piece of crap. And then you have Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, for years I thought The Next Generation was the worst of the bunch, because I like the original. I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I like Leatherface. 4 I didn't really care for. The reboot that came out, the first reboot in 2003, I thought was really good. And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, I thought was really good. And the movie that came out last year, Leatherface, I thought was really good. But what wasn't good was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which came out 2013, I believe it came out. It was bad. I hated it. It was cool they got Bill Moseley to come back and play a role in the film, but when you literally have Leatherface like chained up in a basement, and then he's not really killing anybody, and there's a point in there where they kind of pussify the character, I really did not care for that. But on to like the final one. The final one that really needs to be talked about is the worst one in the Jason series. Now people are going to think I'm going to pick Part 5. Nope, I like Part 5. Or Jason Goes to Hell. Nope, I like Jason Goes to Hell. How about Jason X? Nope, I like Jason in Space. I'm a huge Jason fan. I don't know if you can see that, but I have Jason tattooed on my wrist. The worst movie in the series is Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason is a big pile of steaming shit. I was mad about that movie. I was there opening day. I was there. I graduated in 2003, and in August it came out. And me and my friend Michael and his dad, we went and saw it. I have never been so fucking disappointed in a movie. That was bad. That was like my worst horror experience, because I grew to love Friday the 13th. Every Friday the 13th I watched the movies, and throughout the year I watched them even more. I've met Kane Hodder. I have a Jason mask in my room. I have an oil painting of Jason. I have Jason action figures. I own both Friday the 13th video games. I own 3 different versions of the box set. I have books on Friday the 13th. To me, Jason is the man. But then you have Freddy vs. Jason, which literally makes him look like a piece of shit. Now, one of my problems with it, now some people say, well, you're not a Freddy fan. Well, go back a couple days and watch my Nightmare on Elm Street retrospective. I like Freddy, and I like Jason. But this movie was, first off, for years I had this script. I did not write this script. I had this script on a 3.5 disc for the longest time. And it was the script that they were going to go with for the longest time. Because what it did is it brought back Alice from Nightmare 5. And it brought back Tommy Jarvis. And it brought back the 2 characters from the Jason Goes to Hell. And literally what happens is the devil resurrects Freddy. And there's like these demonic Freddy followers that bring him back. And you have Jason, who gets resurrected like fucking Frankenstein. Because they make it where Freddy can walk in the dream world and in the real world, which was a unique twist. And then you have Jason, who has like this steel rod going through his leg. And he just looks fucking wicked and destructive. and he comes back, and it's like bloodshed and violence, and you get a little bit of Freddy with some cool dream sequences, and you get a little bit of Jason with a lot of like really cool Jason kills. And that was like what I wanted. I waited for so long. I wasn't one of these people that, oh look, it's Freddy versus Jason, this should be cool. No, I waited because when I was a kid, I remember seeing Jason Goes to Hell and Freddy's at the end of it. So I really wanted a true blue, in-your-face movie. And what I got was the guy who ruined Child's Play was the same guy that did this. And I'll never forget watching the DVD commentary, because I was so stumped at what happened in the movie. Like, why did we get this version? So what happened was, he says he envisioned this movie as a WWF wrestling match. That says it all, doesn't it? But this movie's unoriginal on every level. So, literally, they took part of the story that takes place in Nightmare 3, and that is the Hypnocell stuff. And then it's just not very good in so many levels. And it's just, I've always wondered like what was going on. And it's just everything from the look of Jason to, now Freddy's look is good in this, and there's a lot more in here that really focus on Freddy Krueger, but they make Jason a wimp. So Jason's afraid of water, and there's a lot of things that just make him look puny. And I don't know why they didn't get Kane Hodder for him. They got Robert Englund. It's just, I've always wondered what the fuck was going on. Freddy vs. Jason, whenever I think of it, even artwork of Freddy vs. Jason just makes my blood boil. I get fucking pissed off. It's an abomination of a film, and Jason truly deserved better. Freddy and Jason deserved better. I know their goal was to have a sequel called Freddy vs. Jason 2 and involve Michael Myers, but there'll never be a Freddy vs. Jason 2 anymore, because Paramount now owns, got Jason's rights back, and they haven't resolved the court stuff yet. So it's just, you often wonder what's going on with some filmmakers, and maybe Freddy vs. Jason should have been reserved for somebody else that was better. So these are my bastardization of the franchises, the worst of the worst. This has been day 9 for the 30 days of Halloween, and tomorrow I will see you for day 10.